Hey everyone, welcome back. Tonight's story is from my 2019 solo hike in a remote Oregon forest, where locals warned of a place that swallows those who walk alone. I thought it was just a legend, but what I encountered still haunts me. This is real, and it'll make you fear the woods. In the summer of 2019, I was 26, itching for adventure after a rough breakup. I'd heard about the Rogue River Siskiyou National Forest in Oregon. Wild, remote, perfect for a solo hike to clear my head. Locals in a nearby town told eerie tales about a section called Devil's Hollow, where lone hikers vanished, supposedly eaten by the forest. I laughed it off, packed my tent, and set out alone, eager for solitude and stunning views. The first day was peaceful, towering pines, birds chirping. But as I ventured deeper, the air grew heavy and the trail seemed to twist unnaturally, like it was leading me somewhere it wanted. By evening, I reached a clearing in Devil's Hollow to camp. The forest was eerily quiet. No birds, no wind, just silence that pressed on my ears. I set up my tent, built a small fire, and tried to relax, but I felt watched. As night fell, I heard rustling, not animals, but deliberate steps circling my camp. My flashlight caught nothing, but the trees seemed closer, branches bending inward. I chalked it up to nerves, but my gut screamed to leave. I stayed too stubborn to run. Around midnight, whispers started. Faint, like voices carried on the air saying my name, Clara. I froze, flashlight sweeping the trees, but saw only darkness. Then a figure darted between pines, human-shaped but too fast, too wrong. My fire dimmed as if smothered, and the whispers grew into a low chant, words I couldn't understand. I zipped into my tent, heart racing, clutching my knife, praying it was just imagination. But the steps returned, closer, scraping the ground. The next morning, my camp was trashed. Tent slashed, gear scattered, but nothing stolen. Claw marks marred nearby trees, too deep for any animal. I packed to leave, but the trail I'd taken was gone, replaced by dense thickets. Panic set in. My compass spun wildly, and my phone had no signal. I wandered, shouting for help, but the forest swallowed my voice. At dusk, I found a crude altar of stones and bones with fresh blood smears. The whispers returned, now laughing, guiding me deeper. Night fell and the forest changed. Trees seemed to shift, paths looping back to the altar. The figure appeared again, closer, a gaunt silhouette with glowing eyes moving jerkily like a puppet. It whispered my name, voice echoing inside my skull. I ran, branches clawing my skin, but the forest felt alive, guiding me to a clearing where the air was thick with decay. There the figure stood, its face a void except for glowing eyes beckoning me. I stumbled into a cave seeking shelter. Inside, the walls were carved with symbols, spirals, eyes, warnings. The whispers turned to screams, urging me to join the forest. My flashlight caught etchings of missing hikers, names I recognized from local news. The figure appeared at the cave mouth, eyes blazing, blocking my exit. It didn't speak, but pointed deeper into the cave where darkness pulsed like a heartbeat. Desperate, I threw my knife at the figure. It passed through like smoke, but it howled, the cave shaking. I ran deeper, finding a tunnel leading upward. The screams followed, the forest itself groaning. Emerging at dawn, I saw the altar again, now surrounded by figures, dozens, all with those eyes chanting. I sprinted, the forest blurring, until I hit a highway, collapsing as a trucker stopped to help. The figures vanished, but the forest watched. The trucker drove me to town. I told him everything, but he didn't believe me. I researched Devil's Hollow. Legends of a forest spirit that lures loners feeding on their fear. Missing hiker reports dated back decades, all alone. I moved far away, but nightmares persist. Glowing eyes, whispers calling me back. Locals say the forest never forgets those it claims. Subscribe now and watch the next story. That's my story, true and terrifying. Never hike alone, some forest hunger for you.